If you don't like sleeping with the lights on, you're not alone. Many of us have experienced that unsettling feeling after watching a particularly terrifying horror movie. The kind of movie that makes every shadow seem sinister and every creak in the house sound like a harbinger of doom, but still do it after watching horror, because the thrill and adrenaline rush are just too irresistible. Horror movies have a unique way of gripping our imagination, making us confront our deepest fears while we sit safely on our couches. Then you need to hear this. We're diving into the top 7 scariest horror movies ever made. These films are not just about jump scares. They delve deep into psychological terror, leaving a lasting impression long after the credits roll. First up, we've got The Conjuring. Directed by James Wan, this film is based on the real-life experiences of paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. The story revolves around the Perron family, who move into a farmhouse only to discover it's haunted by a malevolent spirit. Based on true events, this spine chiller will have you questioning every creak and shadow in your own home. The Conjuring is masterful in building suspense, using sound and silence to create an atmosphere of dread. The fact that it's based on true events only adds to the terror. Next, Evil Dead Rise. This film is a fresh take on the classic Evil Dead series, bringing a new level of horror to the franchise. It's filled with demonic possessions and gruesome scenes that'll make you squirm. The story follows two estranged sisters who must battle demonic forces in a high-rise building. And then there's The Nun. This film is a prequel to The Conjuring 2 and explores the origins of the demonic nun, Valak. The story is set in a remote Romanian abbey, where a young nun takes her own life, prompting the Vatican to send a priest and a novice to investigate. Don't let that habit fool you. The Nun is a masterclass in atmospheric horror, using the eerie setting of the abbey to create a sense of isolation and dread. The film digs deep into the origins of evil, and trust me, you'll think twice about wandering alone in the dark. This demonic tale digs deep into the origins of evil, and trust me, you'll think twice about wandering alone in the dark. The nun's sinister presence and the chilling visuals make it a standout in the horror genre. The Annabelle series is up next. This series is a spin-off from the Conjuring universe and focuses on the cursed doll, Annabelle. The films explore the dark history of the doll and the havoc it wreaks on those who come into contact with it. That doll isn't just creepy, it's the stuff of pure nightmares. Annabelle's lifeless eyes and sinister smile are enough to send shivers down your spine. Each movie in this series peels back layers of terror, revealing the true extent of the doll's malevolence. Each movie in this series peels back layers of terror. The Annabelle series is a testament to the power of a well-crafted horror story, combining supernatural elements with psychological horror to create an unforgettable experience. And who could forget The Exorcist? This 1973 classic is often regarded as one of the scariest movies of all time. Directed by William Friedkin, the film tells the story of a young girl named Regan who becomes possessed by a demonic entity, a classic that redefined horror. The Exorcist pushed the boundaries of what was acceptable in horror cinema, with its shocking imagery and intense performances. The film's impact on the genre is undeniable, influencing countless horror movies that followed. The demonic possession of young Regan will forever haunt your dreams. The Exorcist's portrayal of possession is both terrifying and heartbreaking, making it a film that stays with you long after you've seen it. Now brace yourselves for The Ring. This 2002 film is a remake of the Japanese horror movie Ringu and tells the story of a cursed videotape that causes anyone who watches it to die 7 days later. 7 days is all you've got after watching that cursed videotape. The Ring is a masterclass in building tension, with its slow burn approach and eerie visuals. The film's antagonist, Samara, is one of the most iconic horror villains of the 21st century. Can you make it without looking over your shoulder? The Ring's blend of supernatural horror and psychological tension makes it a film that's hard to forget. The sense of impending doom that permeates the movie is palpable, keeping you on the edge of your seat. Lastly, The Exorcism of Emily Rose. This film is a unique blend of courtroom drama and horror, based on the real-life case of Annalisa Michel. The story follows a lawyer who takes on the case of a priest accused of negligent homicide after performing an exorcism on a young girl. This one blends courtroom drama with bone-chilling exorcism scenes. The Exorcism of Emily Rose is a thought-provoking film that explores the intersection of faith, science, and the supernatural. The exorcism scenes are intense and unsettling, making it a standout in the genre. Based on real-life events, it's guaranteed to keep you awake at night. The film's portrayal of Emily's possession is both terrifying and tragic, making it a deeply affecting horror movie. So, which one's your favorite? Each of these films offers a unique take on horror, from supernatural hauntings to demonic possessions. They all have the power to terrify and captivate, making them essential viewing for any horror fan. Or should I say, which one terrifies you the most? Whether it's the relentless terror of The Conjuring, the gruesome horror of Evil Dead Rise, or the psychological dread of The Ring, there's something here to haunt everyone's nightmares. Let me know in the comments. Stay spooky, y'all! Share your thoughts and let's discuss what makes these films so terrifying. And remember, the next time you watch a horror movie, you might want to keep the lights on. Happy haunting!